It's April the 14th, it's another beautiful morning on another gorgeous dog walk. We're entering our 4th week of lockdown as of today, and I find myself recording this with a particularly low mood. I've had a headache for a couple of days, and I often find I have low mood when I have a headache, and I'm finding it quite hard to shake, both the headache and the kind of all-pervading feeling of numbness at the moment. I can acknowledge at this point, having thought about it, that after 3 weeks of sustained effort on trying to stay well, feel well emotionally, connect well with people, look after myself as far as I can physically, I'm probably running out of a little bit of steam, and I'm noticing this in other people around me and the messages around me. So the media are spending increasing amounts of time searching for the answers to how will this lockdown end and when will we come out of it. And I think possibly it's reflecting a kind of mass consciousness of we've hit a bit of a blocker here, we're feeling a little bit like we've reached our limit, but we've got to keep going, and that's a tough situation. So what to do? And I think possibly some of my first recordings were around acceptance and patience, and I think I've circled back to those things today. So for me to accept that my mood is low and I'm pretty numb, and whilst there's lots that I am underneath it all kind of buzzing about and passionate about and determined to do, in terms of looking after myself and looking after others, the reality is that today I can't really access those feelings and use them to drive myself forward. So patience then. Wait for it to pass. The sooner I acknowledge it, the sooner I accept it, even though I don't like it, the sooner it will pass. Acknowledge it, accept it, and let it go. And know that later on today, the next minute, the next moment, the next hour will be another moment, and I might well feel differently. It's not the end of the world. The headache's not a catastrophe. I'm still up and about and doing stuff. Low mood is also not a catastrophe for me. I know that this one will pass. It's a consequence of working really, really hard on helping myself cope with this situation for the last 3 weeks. And it's not sustainable without a break. So I'm not going to take a break from my work, but I am going to give myself a break in terms of trying too hard. And if there's anybody else out there in a similar position, I'd encourage you to give yourself a break just for a few days whilst we gather up the energy for the next 3, 4, 6 weeks, however long it might be, until things feel like they're coming out the other side. In the meantime, I hope you're staying well and staying safe and taking good care of your feelings by allowing them to happen and letting them pass. Have a good one.